Welcome back to NPL in F2. This time, we've run it back. We're at Suzuka. There was a massive miscommunication. The race was done at the wrong time, so that single race will still count, but we now have 10 people racing for Suzuka, a random bonus race today. This is the first time we've ever done an NPL, two races in one day in the same series, but they're actually counting as two different separate races in the championship. This is fucked up. But speaking of Unchosen, by the way, after a strong performance last time out in Singapore earlier today, literally like half an hour ago, he's now in second place behind DJ Lama, who's on provisional pole for now. CB, by the way, down in ninth. Not having a very good session so far. This is a fucked up weekend. I don't know. This is the weirdest day of NPL ever. Also, we have a sprint weekend, which means this will without question be the most long day ever in NPL history. Oh, and Unchosen getting very deep into that. Been trying to carry momentum. Not a bad corner, to be fair. Grandcracker's up to third. Oh, and Dan's gone off in the hairpin, as he always does in qualifying in F2 for some reason, and now it is DJ Lama leading the way for pole position, looking to get his 9th career pole in F2, which would be crazy. Yeah, that's up to second. It's a 1-2 for Invicta and CB with his teammate Harry not being here anymore. Also, Trainman will not be racing anymore either. But replacing them is Vizzle, John, and DJ Lama, who is currently on provisional pole. Purple middle sector for him at Suzuka. No one will have practiced for this race because it is a bonus race that no one expected to happen today. And now, DJ Lama coming through the final chicane. Off the corner now. Honestly, I think this is fair, by the way, for the championship. Dervas won the race, John missed, and then I was there. Anyway, pole position by fucking 8 tenths per second because it's Suzuka, and you get way big, fucking ginormous field spread. Oh my god! Groundcrackers was 0.02 of a second off John in third. That was so close for third place, but Groundcrackers will start fourth. And DJ Lama does indeed get his 9th career pole position in what is one of the weirdest fucking weekends I've ever seen. I didn't even know what to fucking put on the stats anymore. This is crazy shit. Don't ask me how the fuck any of this happened. Dan, I think you should just retire from racing at this point. So save your race pace for Qatar. Ninebear is cooking dinner, and that is why he's missing the race today. And at least he can watch MPL race again at Suzuka for some reason. This is the I'm so fucking confused right now. This whole race is just gonna be complete bullshit because no one practiced for this race. Everyone's gonna miss the first corner, and Vizzle's now left the chat as well. Where is Vizzle? I tried to invite him back, but he wouldn't. Oh, he's offline now. The fuck? Okay, I guess he's not racing then. His car will still be as an entry, but I don't think he'll actually be any one of the drivers today. Well, who's going to win this race? We had our first repeat winner of the season earlier today in Singapore. Who's going to win Suzuka here? This race is going to be absolute chaos. I would not at all be surprised by that. I do somewhat feel bad for those who joined only now because they missed the race before, and this is very unfair. But anyway. Lights out, and away we go in 3, 2, 1 now, as DJ Lama leads the way from pole position, with Dervas in second. Ebo John there with a decent start. Dervas getting a very good start, though. He's going to be on the inside of John, his championship rival now. After that win in Singapore, side by side to the first corner. No contact so far. How are they keeping it so clean? You wouldn't have expected that in F2. Meanwhile, Groundcracker's right behind him. Then Chosen now losing the place to Ethan now. Down to 6th place. Ethan up to 5th. Contact there. Groundcracker's tried to make a move on John. Couldn't quite do so. But John it is right behind Dervas from DJ Lama leading the way here at Suzuka. Crazy scenes here so far in the first couple laps. But it is. DJ Love. Oh, John almost spun around, and there's contact. Who was that who's missing the front wing there? That's crazy. Oh, big crash there. Groundcrack's off the track, and he goes around here in front of his teammate Vizzle, whose AI car is driving. He rejoins the track, and he gets spun again, I think. And he's now down in last place on track. That's such a disaster there for him at the start of this race. Meanwhile, Felix trying to gauge for where the braking zone is. Braking nice early and cautiously there. Dervas trying to back up John, maybe. Going through here. As meanwhile, Dervas going very deep to the corner. Good momentum there for John through the corner. Now he's going to have a great exit on Dervas. Can he make a move? Meanwhile, it's Unchosen versus Ethan side by side through the hairpin. On the exit of the corner, who's it going to be? Groundcracker does get past Vizzle. And now it's side by side with Ethan. Ethan's still side by side with Unchosen. Will Unchosen send it as Spear? No, he doesn't. Ethan keeps the position away, and he's now in 4th. The guy who just came off of a career best finish in F2 in 2nd place last time out in Singapore is now battling for 4th place with Unchosen, who he was battling with for 2nd in that race. Meanwhile, John it is, chasing down Dervas for 2nd place, trying to get some points back on him after that missing race yesterday. Earlier today. But it is John trying to get past Dervas here. DJ Lama actually leading the way with a commanding lead here at Suzuka. And it is now John battling with Dervas for 2nd. Looking very close between these two. Will the slipstream come in his favour? Devas, will he go defensive in turn 1? Is the outside or the inside more favourable at this track? Let's find out as he goes down the straight. Big slipstream for John. Will he send it in turn 1? I think he's too far back to do so. And he doesn't. He doesn't make a move there. And it's very close between them. I think, is everyone using a default setup? Who actually has a setup in this session? Meanwhile, it's Dan versus Felix. Battling for 7th place on track. They couldn't quite make a move. CB right behind on Chosen and Ethan here. Looking to get back in this fight. CB, your previous championship leader. I think he still is actually going. I have not done the point calculations. I can't be asked to think about that right now. After all the disasters and controversy that's been. Oh, and that goes in Chosen off the track onto the curb, onto the grass. Is he going to spin out? No, he saves it, but he's now gone down to 6th place behind CB. Ethan up to 4th. He's right behind this trader cars for 2nd now as John does get past Devas and sets his sights after DJ Lama. This is crazy to see. John needs this in the championship. He'd still win this season after 4 races. And now looking, or 3 races technically, as he's now chasing down DJ Lama for the race lead. The 2 drivers that missed out on the race earlier today have now overtaken everyone who was in the race earlier, which was Devas and Ethan. CB also in that race, looking to bounce back after a poor display in Singapore. Being very unlucky in golden instance earlier in that race. Then Chosen in 6th place, ran off the track just now. He's got Felix coming up behind him now, and Dan is all over the back of Felix, looking to come back after his AI car drove the whole race on wet tyres last time out in Singapore, looking to come back through the field. But it is, DJ Lama leads the way from John in 2nd, and Devas in 3rd, with Ethan on his tail. Ethan's really picked up the pace in F2 in terms of driving standards. He's looked really quick this weekend. Overall, chasing down Devas and the Invicta so far. Invicta going to get a huge points haul today, as they did last time out in Singapore, with Devas winning the race. And Ethan now braking very late, trying to get to the chicane, trying to get the car stopped. CB's now in that fight. Meanwhile, Dan is right behind. Fast start for John as he comes across that. I knew that was going to happen. He did kind of pre-move that. For him to be called that. Meanwhile, here comes CB with DRS on Ethan. Can he make a move? I don't think he will. With the double DRS in front. This DRS train really holding up some cars in this pack. And Trojan trying to get back in this DRS train. Meanwhile, here comes Dan on Felix to the outside of the track. He goes off, gets pushed wide. And Felix, with some robust defense, stays ahead of Dan now in the battle for 7th place. These two had a wonderful battle for position in Zandvoort 2 races ago. Now we look to see him doing the same here today. Dan goes off the track, however, and now Felix stays ahead of Dan. And it's now look how close CB is to the back of Ethan. He looks way faster than these cars ahead. He really needs to dispatch these cars and get back in this lead fight because he very much is quick enough to do so. Meanwhile, oh no, Dan on the curve with doom and despair goes off the track and is now losing time. He's no longer in DRS range of Felix. From CB, he's going for it on Ethan down the inside of the hairpin. He's going to go for it, and he does, and it was very late. Once that contact, a little bit there, should be okay. But CB does make the move. CB does get back ahead now. He's into 4th place, looking to come off down. There's the yellow flag. Oh no! And Dan has his tire front wing missing as he crashed on the exit of the hairpin there. What the fuck happened to his car? This terrible news for Dan, as he's now got no front wing and he's locking up heavily into Spoon. He almost died there, like I landed in 2016 in practice. He went off in the same place, and now he's going to have Bizzle's AI car chasing him down, and he's going to have to pit this lap for a new front wing, and that's another torrid race for Dan in this championship. He just came off his AI car, finishing 7th on the final lap on the final corner, and now he's in 9th place in this race full of 10 cars. It's crazy to see that in the same day we've managed to have 10 people in both races. Meanwhile, John, another fast lap, is within DRS range of DJ Lama, looking to close in now on the race lead, looking to bounce back and finally get some good points, driving out of frustration surely after missing the Singapore race earlier today, and looking to get a first win of the season with his championship rivals both behind him. This is going to get interesting here. Will DJ Lama manage to fend off the superior pace of John as of right now? He looks much quicker, over half a second a lap faster is John than DJ Lama, striking distance in this lap, I'd say. Bizzle, meanwhile, gets ahead of Dan as he pits for a new front wing and tyres. He's going to go onto the hards, also just to let everyone know, softs and hards are the compounds, so pitting early may not actually be that bad of an idea. It's a matter of how bad the tyre wear is on the softs on the track this fast. So we'll see early pit stops, I'm sure, and people who are better tyre saving will be advantaged in this race, such as Nico John in 2nd place. And Dan's tyres are apparently 16 degrees, which is crazy. Meanwhile, CB battling with Dervas now for 3rd place. CB looking to get on the podium here, looking to score some good points. Dervas in this battle position, trying his best. CB's so close to him, but DJ Lama looking to get back in this title fight here with John right behind him. Both these guys did not score last time out, they both didn't race in Singapore. The controversy there was in the management. Hopefully we'll never have this issue again. John, though, has better straight line speed than DJ Lama, as he always seems to have. Meanwhile, CB is right alongside Ellis. Will he try and move into 130R? It would be risky if he tried it, but I don't think he will. Surely he'll back out of this. He stays on the inside. That's just going to make his corner have more understeer. Now he's staying in line, trying anything he can. Meanwhile, DJ Lama there going in a little bit deep. And John still there. DJ Lama struggling for traction on the exit of the corner. This will surely be a slam-dunk overtake here for John on the exit of the straight. He has way better straight line speed than DJ Lama. He's going to have to go defensive into the first corner. This is the battle for the race win here between these two. To the inside goes DJ Lama versus John into turn 1. But can John go around the outside of DJ Lama? He does! Beautiful overtake from John. One of the cleanest of the season. Dan spins again, and he gets the place. Meanwhile, CB does on Durbas as well. And we have 2 overtakes for first and third here in this race. Great moves from both cars there. And now, Ethan chasing down Durbas in 4th. He seemed quicker earlier on in the race. Let's see what he can do now. As he's chasing down. And meanwhile, DJ Lama trying his best to stay with John now, which is his only chance to really stay in this chance to win the race. Don't get on the curb there. Oh, that was very close there. So he's spinning off. Everyone needs to be careful of that curve on the inside. It is really treacherous. Meanwhile, CB now begins his charge for the race lead. He's very much still in a chance to win. He got a perfect first sector, looking very fast in the AIX car now. Look how committed he is through these corners, gaining huge amounts of time on the car in front. This really could be a 3-way fight for the lead between CB, DJ Lama and D-Boy John. Dervas does not seem to quite have the pace of the top 3, all of which are battling for this championship with him. And let's see what they can do. DJ Lama is still within DRS range of John. Just needs to keep it cool, and I think he can stay with his DRS if he does. So will DJ's pace be quick enough to stay with John here today? Let's find out. DJ though, looks pretty good. Oh, John went in very deep there, and that's going to give DJ Lama a good exit. Going down towards 130R, this is a really good, it's really good for DJ Lama now in this battle for the race lead. DJ Lama still chasing his first career win. He got his first pole of the season just now in Suzuka. Got on a little bit on the grass there, going to 130R. That might kill his momentum, but he's still right behind John now. I think it's best if he sits in line, and he does. John going a little bit deep there, very deep into that corner, and DJ will get a much better exit. But will he have the straight line speed to make a move on John heading into the first corner? This is going to be really close between them. The DRS goes to DJ Lama now, moving across the straight. What's it going to be now? Battling to the inside, here comes DJ Lama. He goes for it on John, and he does retake the lead into the first corner. I didn't expect that to happen. John goes wide onto the curb, and it's a 10-second... Now in DRS range in the top 2, he looks by far the quickest car on track right now. You'd expect it, considering that his driving style would definitely suit these sort of medium to high-speed corners, these long sweeping turns, where he really seems to excel. He's now gaining huge amounts of time on both of the cars in front, and his tyre wear seems pretty good too. So CB, don't discount him in this race. He's in this 3-way lead fight now between John, DJ, and himself. And now Vissel behind. Sorry, Vissel coming out in front of Felix. Just double check that Vissel can be re-invited. I wonder if he can. He's not online anymore, so I don't think he will. I think he's just applying to join the race. Meanwhile, please tell me I didn't disconnect. I did not. Devas there, down in 4th, trying to stay ahead of Ethan and the Chosen behind. Both control, all 3 of them controller players versus the 3-wheel players up in front. Looking very fast there. DJ Lama looking consistent. And John just staying with him now. A little bit wide of the apex there. It looks like the frame of reference, given that there's been no practice, is what's keeping these 3 guys so close together, what's keeping this battle alive for so long. And I think this is going to make this race very interesting and very unpredictable in these next few laps, as DJ Lama leads the way here still. From D-Boy John in 2nd place. Let's have a look how many positions have been changed here through the field. John just peeking out, looking for a move maybe. CB's gone up 4 places in this race after a poor qualifying. He's now way back in this lead fight. He should just about have DRS on the cars ahead. Let's find out if he does on his telemetry. He does not. Oh shit. I watch this overtake. John no goes. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! And DJ into the wall, and that's not good news for him, as it looked like a miscommunication down the straight, and now DJ Lama gets put into the wall there on the main straight, and Dervas will now look to get back past. That was crazy scenes there. As now CB will battle for him. Also, I have to be right back. Alright, my food is ready. So DJ Lama there being spun on the main straight, disaster for him in this race and in the context of the championship. He very well could have won, What do you mean? Yeah. I was muted, by the way, Cyril. Basically, I had to get my food because it was ready in the middle of the race. I did not expect this race to happen this time, so I'm eating while it's... Meanwhile, John pits? Interesting. DJ does too. Also interesting. Will he speed a bit? No, he doesn't. All tires on hards are going to be treacherous, which could be a good advantage for CB in this race. Yeah, don't worry. Yes, sir, I was only muted because I was getting food. CB there, chasing down a win. Yeah, the messages are delayed, by the way, if you're wondering why I'm only just now responding to your messages. Anyway, CB leading the way from Dervas in second on track as of right now. John and Dervas making contact there in a controversial incident between the two of them. Ethan now coming back onto the track. The tyres are very, very cold here. This could be absolute chaos on the pit exit. Being very careful. Yeah, no tyre warmers in F2, and it's a hard tyre track that's very cold, so I'm not at all surprised by this. Oh, and there is Graham Crackers with a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting there on the final corner. That race goes from bad to worse. Graham Crackers after we got spun out on the first lap. Dervas, they're struggling for grip on these soft tyres. They should probably pit this lap. I think CB will too. These guys pitted really, really late, which should be good for the hards, but the softs, I don't know how bad the tyre actually is, but we'll see. So it would have been actually a decent strategy just pit for the hard straight away and just sort of driving clean air the whole race. But I don't think anyone really tried that. No one had any practice this race, so I'm not surprised no one tried it. But CB there heading down to 130, and I will keep pit this lap. It's hard. Hard or soft? Yeah, everyone's on the same boat as you, so it's fine. So pits from CB as I expected. DJ Lama there with a controversial incident with John. We'll see where the verdict lies with that incident. I think that's going to be hard to judge because DJ was slightly weaving late on the straight. I think that's the reason there was contact, but then again, John probably should have been careful there anyway, but it's hard to say in an incident like that because it was in a very split-second moment. I think it was a racing incident personally, but we'll see what they say after the race. I'm sure we'll see even more tickets coming our way. Yeah, I think that was a racing incident, which is a shame for DJ because he's not going to be happy about that. See DJ there come off the corner, trying his best to chase down John once again, and I think it's definitely the race is definitely not over yet. Is CB going to come out way ahead of John? Now, yeah, Cyril saying no way of calling that literal murder a racing incident. Yeah, we'll see what they say. This is definitely a very controversial incident in the context of this race. John and CB battling now for the race lead. The tyre warming make a difference, but the tyre wear difference could make a huge difference in this race. John and CB looking to battle for the race win here, as the tyre warm-up will be very slow for CB, which will give John a huge chance to get in his DRS range, heading onto the main straight on this lap. I'm surprised by how close this is, actually, considering that this is Suzuka, and this track sees very big field spreads usually, given the very technical layout, and the fact the track is also very long and has a lot of dead DRS, so we'll see how this goes. John now going in very deep at the hairpin, but seems to have much better straight line speed than all the cars around him. See what he can do. DJ Lama there, down the straight. Pushing on yellow flag, is that Dan? It is Dan, as I would have expected. He's got off the track. Okay. Ethan there, chasing down Dervas now actually for fourth place, the only close battle on track as of right now. Meanwhile, John looking to get in the Citroen Dream with CB. He's just about in DRS range here of CB now on the hard tyre, which are much slower than the softs, which is why the overcut is quicker, I think. John got in very deep at the corner there, they both did. Now John will try his best to get behind CB in the DRS, and now this is the chance. Dan, you need to take out Graham Crackers, says Cyril. Can't hear you, Dan. Dan said, Cyril, I'm 12 seconds back. That is true. Meanwhile, Ethan versus Dervas. Ethan gets to fourth. Dervas having a torrid race here pace-wise. Not seeming as quick as the cars around him. He's really trying anything he can. Almost at the back of him there, trying to stay close. But no, Ethan takes fourth away. And Dijon losing touch with the leaders here, unfortunately. Meanwhile, John still very close to CB, and this race is far from over. CB with a wonderful drive here, looking to get his second win of the season. And John may well. Oh well, let's see. John can get back close. Oh, John made a big mistake there. That's going to cost him a chance on this lap, I think, to make an overtake, unless he makes a mistake. tried to turn in on the curb, which you just simply can't turn on. I think it's because he braked too late. Let's try and do something to avoid. Oh, what's that? Yellow flags. Is that? Who's that? Oh, it's Felix. He spun around, and that's going to give Graham Crackers 7th place. Disaster for Felix, and will Dan get past him too? This is a disaster now for Felix, who was running in a comfortable 7th place, but he had a 10-second time penalty as well. So now this has completely cost him a huge amount of time in this race. Here comes John though with the straight line speed. He'll probably close in a bit on CB on the straight, heading into 130R. What a crazy race this has been, considering how straightforward it's been. John looking to still win the race. It's going to be a tall order with CB pace, but we'll see what he can do with the superior straight line speed he has. He's again braking too late into the chicane. I'm struggling with the braking in that chicane there. He does get DRS, but he's losing time now. Quite a rate of knots to CB in first place. DJ Lama slowly closing back in now on these leaders, but not enough to really make any inroads on them. He's got no straight line speed in that car. He gains most of his time in the corners. At all. But yeah, straight line speed does help a lot of this track for lap time, but it's really very even between straight line speed and downforce. That's why you need a pretty medium downforce setup at this track. And John just trundling around, trying to stay close to CB. He's not said a word this whole race, at least to my knowledge, as he's locked in, trying to get as many points as he can. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. John, come back to bed. Fucking crazy. But yeah, John battling for the lead with CB. Yellow flags again. Is that Felix again? Yes, it is. He's spun out completely now in the first corner, and that's going to give Dan 8th place, and Felix's day gets from bad to worse. He's really struggling on these hard tyres. Meanwhile, John, with a crazy pace here today, especially on the straights, he looked way faster than CB on the straight line. We'll see if he can get past him this lap. I think it's pretty much a done deal here. Will he try and move into 130R if he had the overspeed? Let's find out if he does. CB has way too much downforce on that car. He's really losing heaps of time in this battle for the race lead on John. He might, I'm not sure. I don't know if he repaired it or if he even got wing damage in that incident, but he's definitely losing time there to Ethan. Yeah. Devas is being pulled along by Ethan, closing in on DJ for third now, which would be a disaster for his race. Meanwhile, here comes John with the DRS. Surely this will be a slam dunk overtake. CB weaving in the straight, trying to break the toe. Here comes John to the inside, and he does make it. Oh, there's contact! Oh, that was almost a crash. That would have been terrible news for those guys in turn 1, but no. Clean racing for now, and CB now will chase after John with his fresher tyres. Very close in this battle for the race lead. This really is anyone's game here today between the top two. It's really good battles we've had up front all race long. Dervas very close to Ethan here, looking strong in this last stage of the race. Just 4 laps remaining here. Yeah, Cyril just had typical John move. Cyril seemingly not very happy about what happened with DJ and John in what could have been DJ's first win in his career. Completely taken away by John, hit maneuvering him in the straight effectively. We'll see what they say after the race. CB that, ooh. Dan's pitting, I think that's because he's had enough of whatever was going on. Is he? And now Dan. Oh no. Dan's AI car made him pit. And that's disaster for Dan. That's literally cost him a place to Felix once again. But at least now he's got fresher tyres. He could still get within 10 seconds of Felix, and Felix has spun around multiple times, so we'll see what happens. That's unfortunate for Dan, and that's cost him good points in this race. And now Vizzle's AI car could get past Dan here on the pit exit. He probably won't. Here comes CB on John now. Oh, look at that. They're getting really close here. At the battle for first. CB has the DRS on John, and John does get fastest lap, but CB will get back past. To the outside he goes. That was almost a carbon copy of what happened with Team DJ and John. CB there does retake the lead now. It's back and forth every lap. The DRS in the straights, the slipstream very powerful here, surprisingly, at Suzuka. It really is anyone's game. I could not tell you who's going to win this race. It's going to be down to strategy on this final lap. Who wants to be in front on the final lap of the race? Because it really could be down to that. Here comes Dervas on Ethan. Is he close to making a move? No, he's not. As he heads through the S's, he was almost getting within striking range of Ethan heading into the first corner, but not quite close enough to make the move. Ethan there still chasing down DJ Lama, who is losing touch with the leaders still. But I wouldn't even be surprised if the top two crash there, because they've been really going at it here. Meanwhile, Linebacker says DJ needs to lock in. In fairness, DJ was on the receiving end of a pretty hefty crash when he was leaving the race earlier this race, and that was a shame for him. Reminded me of oh yeah, Ninebear says tell CB he's the GOAT. That is fair because he's gone up 6 places and he's doing a very good race here today. But John's straight line speed looking to be daunting. CB stands for comeback, says Dan. That is very true. And he does come back a lot from facing adversity in these races in NPL. This would be his 5th win in F2 at NPL, which would be the 2nd most ever in the series. John, though, looking to get his, I believe this would be his 8th win, am I not mistaken? I don't know. I'm about saying come back with CL. I don't give a fuck. Dan, I'm trying to remember. Because the amount of wins he has is, I think it might be more than, he might have 9 wins or something like that, I don't even know. Anyway, John though, chasing down CB still. Always sent the first corner to John, trying anything he can to get close because he just doesn't quite have the tyres anymore compared to CB, I don't think. But that straight line speed is giving him the chance to stay close. It's going to be a very difficult race for either of these cars when they're both pushing so close to the limit here. Meanwhile, here comes Dervas, still once again too far back to make a move on Ethan, but this battle for 4th raging on all race long between Ethan and Dervas after he lost places in the opening exchanges, having qualified 2nd. He's now down to 5th. Oh, he almost spins out on the curb there, and that's going to give Ethan some breathing room heading through this middle sector. He's really struggling. Nambet says to tell CB to save all the ERS, even though it's F2 where there is none, but anyway. John trying his best to stay close to CB, trying to go for a more momentum-based line there through the half, which has actually cost him on the exit. Heading down here though, he's going to have much better straight line speed as he seems to have the whole race. Maybe not actually, he just lost some time. Nambet, no, it's okay, you're not stupid. F2, it's all about saving tyres really, and also just keeping the car at bay. Meanwhile, there's a lapped car at Bizzle. This could change the race a lot. Actually, this could give CB DRS, which would be a really good turn in this race. DJ could still get 2nd if John does get given a penalty, so I think he needs to stay within 5 seconds for it to be realistically a chance. He should get 2nd place in this race, we'll see. John though, chasing down CB, who I think may have DRS. He does not. That was an AI car anyway, he can't do anything. But yeah, final lap of the race begins. John has DRS, but I don't think he's going to be close enough to make a move on CB this lap. And we'll see what he can do on this next lap. He's going to have to make a move somewhere in the middle sector here. He's going to have to get real aggressive and creative if he wants to take this race win away from CB on track. Meanwhile, here comes Dervas on the outside of Ethan. Can he do it on the outside line? This is crazy racing between the two of them. Ethan stays on the inside, gives him space, and then side by side off the corner, but no, Ethan just about manages to fend off Dervas. Great racing there for 4th, and really good attempt there of an overtake. That was really clean. Considering they're both controller players, you rarely see cars driving that cleanly side by side with such precise inputs. Very nice racing between the two of them, and they still remain line of still in 4th and 5th on the track. John though, looking to make any inroads he can on TB, and now I think that was his chance gone. He just hit the inside curve way too hard there, trying to chase him down. We'll see. There's no DRS here on this last sec for him, going into 130, which he would have probably liked, but takes a very aggressive line through the hairpin. He's got a good exit. Cyril says, okay, I haven't seen my onboard. Yeah, you're right, I haven't really. Don't really pay attention. I think Dervas is pretty good wheel to wheel, I can't lie. He's very, very respectful. Considering he plays on cockpit cam too, he's very considerate when it comes to racing. But here goes John off the corner, losing time to CB, whose tyre advantage simply just came into his favour at the end, into his ballpark, or into his, I can't be asked to think of an analogy. Anyway, CB 6 positions up in this race. What a performance from him. CB stands for comeback, you must say, as Dan said. Heading into the final chicane, John tried everything he could, but he simply couldn't do it. CB is going to win his 2nd win this season. John still, after 5 races, winless in the season. CB wins the Japanese Grand Prix in F2. John takes 2nd place on track. Will DJ manage to be close enough to get 2nd? We'll see what the penalty is on the end of the race. DJ on track gets 3rd place. Ethan gets 4th. Dervas in 5th. Unchosen, with a great performance, comes home for a quite slick place. He didn't really do much in this race, but he will come home for 6th. Very good stuff. 7th goes to Graham Crackers, who completely cuts the corner, and that's crazy. And so there he is. Graham Crackers comes across the line 35 seconds up because of his 20-second penalty, I believe he just got. Felix, can he get clearance now? This race to take forever for these guys to finish now. Dan quietly sitting in ninth place, closing in absolutely rapidly on Felix, but just. Actually, fair, he could still get 8th if he pushes hard enough. Because Felix has 10 seconds, I believe. Felix goes and leaves it happen. If Dan gets a clean happen, I reckon he could genuinely get that position on Felix. I meant, what's the happy chicken? Whatever. So, Dan's trying his best. Oh, and he spins out, yep. Felix will come home in 8th, and Dan beaches his car on the gravel, and somehow manages to will his way out. And now Vizsla rejoins. As his AI car finished in 10th. Dan crashes around and continues finishing his strange season for VAR, spinning around across the line. Will he reverse? Yes. Dan gets 9th, 10th for Vizsla, and that is going to conclude the Japanese Grand Prix in F2. What a weird weekend for F2 it's been. 3 races in one weekend, absolute cinema. And also F1 is in 45 minutes, thereabouts, so that's great. For a sprint weekend, that means I have 45 minutes to eat and do a little bit of practice because I've done literally none, and this is great. CB getting a lot of points there and fastest lap for the team. CB cooked on that race. So yeah, thanks for watching the very, very strange. That was much more boring than Singapore, but it was definitely a good race to watch. So. Yeah, I think it'll be fine, which is good because that means we can battle for the win, and I haven't done any practice for Qatar, so you guys are going to absolutely fucking demolish me. No idea. I wouldn't be surprised if off raw pace I can't even get a podium today because I've done no practice and I suck at Qatar, so... You know. Dan, you might actually get the lead of the championship after me quite comfortably today, I'm not going to lie. You will, but I won't. Yeah, you can humble him, but I can't humble him. John will humble Dan too. My prediction for the race coming up, we have Harry winning, John second, Dan third, me fourth, DJ fifth. That would be very cool. You don't have any points. You can't times anything by 0 though. But yeah, anyway, have I ended the stream or have I not? I did. Where did I? Oh, I didn't. Alright, that was the end of the race. Dan got fish, and CB won. Yeah.